Okay, so this evening we'll talk about the Cronulla-Sutherland Sharks, the Sharkies. Now, I've done the previous teams. We've gone up to 5th in the league now. This is the team that finished 5th in the competition ladder. There are the off-field issues that have constantly dogged the Sharks for years. The peptide scandal, financial problems, players' ill-discipline, for example. These issues continue to dog the club. On the field, they've been brilliant. I'm not going to knock them. They won the comp last year. This season just gone, they finished 5th. So I'm not knocking the on-field performances. It's the off-field stuff that's damaging. They have lost a couple of players. I'm going to name 2 key players they've lost. It's Maloney and Bird. Bird's gone to Brisbane and Maloney's gone to Penrith for a straight swap from Matt Moylan. So a bit of experience lost for a bit of youth. But Moylan has been, an experienced player for his club, Penrith. He was club captain, so he brings a little bit of something fresh to the back line. They've kept Chad Townsend, they've kept Fafita, they kept Valentine Holmes, who, if he carries on his form from the World Cup, that's going to be scary on that wing. They've got Fafita's services. Again, he's scary in the pack because he will break the gain line. Paul Gallen, how much longer can he keep going? He's an integral part of that forward pack. He's an integral leader. How long can he keep going for? And that's all the on-field stuff. The squad is lacking a bit of depth at the moment. There is still 4 months to fix it, but they've got one of the smaller squad sizes compared to a Canterbury. Their depth is not as deep, so that could be interesting. Canterbury want to improve from last year and get into the finals because they did underperform. So did Canberra. So that would be interesting to see how some teams that underperform and some teams that possibly overperform do. It's going to be far more competitive next year, I believe. I think it's going to be a closer table from top to bottom. It won't be such a big gap. I really think it would congest a lot more. But we'll have to see on that. It's just the off-field stuff is killing Cronulla. They're slowly resolving their financial problems. But here's 2 things that keep dogging them. Off-field discretions by players and management. Ben Barber, cocaine, things like that. And the peptide scandal. Now the peptide scandal, the story fully broke and it all came out between 2012 and 2014. I have done another video on it. The Essendon side of the scandal. I'm not doing a video just yet on the Cronulla side of the scandal because A, it involved less players, and B, it involved actually more clubs, NRL side. Stephen Dank is the key figure here. Paul Gallen and other teammates, including Wade Graham, got backdated bans, got banned for 6 months rather than a full 2 years or a year. So they got lesser bans than the Essendon players. And there was controversy around that decision, but it is done, it's in the past, it's then, not now. This scandal has not gone away. There are still rumblings in the courts and investigations going on behind the scenes about the AFL and the NRL and even Australian Rugby Union are also looking at possibility that players individually may have been recommended to Stephen Dank for treatment and they may have also been prescribed or taken peptides. Now, in the Essendon video I go in a little bit more depth. I don't go into every single detail because otherwise the video will be like an hour long and then no one will want to watch and everyone will get bored to death by my voice and probably be a great sleeping aid. But it is important to note that the scandal first all came out in about 2011-2012. Other players from other clubs were involved. Got lengthier bans. Sandor Earl, I can't remember how to pronounce his first name, but Sandor Earl, young player, got a 5-year ban. So there is that. That's a prime example. It was very big on Australian TV in the investigative journalism, Four Corners, for example. I've seen that documentary. It goes really into depth. But I've watched AFL 360, NRL 360 when I can on the internet, and again they've gone into depth about it. The scandal's still going on because Essendon had a lot of their players suspended. Really struggled the last couple of years. Cronulla struggled the season after players were banned, and it affected them on the pitch. So that's the on-field stuff that is harming this club. It's deterring sponsors, which is key because the club has had financial problems in the past, so just as much money as possible coming into the club is important, and things like this deter them. The Ben Barber, again, they win the comp, he gets done with cocaine in his system. Damages the club again. Their club CEO, I believe, in May this year, again, the weekend that Proctor, Bromwich, Kenny Dale all got done with cocaine, also falls afoul of another cocaine scandal, again damaging to the club. On the field they have done really well. I have no doubt that they will do reasonably competitive again this year, whether they make the final 8 or whether they just have a decent season and they bed in new players and then sort of have a semi-rebuild because a lot of their squad are the wrong side of the age barrier rather than under the age barrier. Bringing in Moylan was a good move. Maloney a good player, but he's gone to a rival at Penrith. Possibly a bad move. We will wait and see. But keeping the services of Holmes and Fifita, key. Chad Townsend having a new halves partner could be very interesting to see how he develops his game. Will he be a leader, or will he be sharing the responsibility of kicking and things like that and playmaking? It's brilliant to see this. We've got some good young players there. Paul Gallen is still going. Now, he was involved in that peptide scandal, and so his reputation has been damaged by it. Players' reputations have been damaged by this. Wade Graham as well, damaged by it. So, for them to have a good season, it sort of rebuilds that reputation. And a lot of people are going to not watch this video because they're not Cronulla fans. They're a club you like to hate. Like Penrith, they're a club you like to hate. And that's fine. That's perfectly fine. I have a little soft spot for Cronulla. I was actually quite proud when they won the comp, and that when they played Canberra in that elimination final. That was a damn good game to watch. And it's not going to win it. And it was the club I support, Canberra, lost out, and the club that I have a little soft spot for, Sharkies, won the comp that year. Brilliant. Do I agree with everything that goes on at the club? No. Could the club be better? Yes. I could go more in depth about it, but I'm not. Anyway, that's it for now. I think they'll be competitive. They have a weaker squad than, let's say, Canterbury do. There is time to amend that, get a couple of signings in. There is still time. Could they look to the Super League? Possibly. Will they promote from the New South Wales Cup? Quite possibly. So there is still time to amend their squad holes, and there are some. Because a lot of players have gone, but the key ones to go are Maloney and Bird, but they seem to replace them with Matt Moylan, because Matt Moylan can play positions that they inhabit, be it centres or 5'8" or even fullback, so it's not the end of the world. But it's the squad depth that's, I think, the problem on the field. Off the field, the other issues are there and they're known about, and it's damaging. The financial side is getting better, but the lack of a key main sponsor apart from Southern Cross is damaging because they need the money, and a few other bits and pieces. But generally speaking, the club is getting there. This season, I think it's going to be a bit tougher to get in the top 8. It really is going to be a more congested league from top to bottom. I think the weakest team, I think, is Gold Coast Titans, I think, are the weakest side. But generally speaking, the players they have got are good players. They play rep footy, state of origin, national sides, and they play city country in the past before they axed that last year, which I think is a decision that I disagree with. But so they've got origin players, they've got rep players, they've got international players. It's just, if injuries strike or suspensions, they're going to be lacking. They've got Edric Lee. They've got Valentine Holmes. They've got Fifita. They have Wade Graham. Big name players do their job. Wade Graham, future captain of the club, no doubt. So they've got those players there. They've got talent players like Chad Townsend, and now they've brought in Matt Moylan. So there are some positives. It's just building on it. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe and place your comments below, and I'll have some more videos for you soon.